Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rumby, and I'm back with another video. In today's edition, I'm going to explain to you what kind of things you can get up to when you go to Cambridge. So I recently went out to Cambridge specifically to make this video, and I've recorded a couple of activities that you can get up to if you're traveling from out of the country and you just want to see what Cambridge is about. So this could be if you're traveling with your family, friends, fellow students, if you're going on a date, if you're out with your girls or even your boys, that sort of thing, just like literally a day out or even night out activity really. So I've listed a number of things that you can get up to. So I'll start off by explaining what to do in terms of transport. So to get to Cambridge, you can either drive and park up, or you can get a train or a bus. So for me, I drove there, and then I parked at the parking ride in Madingley, I think. I don't actually remember the name of it. I will list it down below. And then I did the park and ride. With the park and ride, it's free to park there for 24 hours, and then you can catch a bus into like the central city, or just go around Cambridge. I don't actually remember how much the ticket was. But alternatively, you can just get a train into there, or if you wanted to drive and park your car closer to like the central city, I don't really know how to refer to it. Sometimes when I go to Cambridge, I park in the Grand Arcade. It's just a bit pricey there. Like the prices are a bit extortionate. Like I parked there for 2 hours and I think it was £7. This other time, I think I stayed there for about 6 hours and the parking was like £28 or £30. I'm not sure. So if you're going on a budget, I would suggest that you just take the park and ride, because it is cheaper and you can go to multiple places. Like it doesn't limit you where you can go, basically. You can also park at the train station. It's just a bit further away. And for a day ticket, or if you want to park your car there for the day, it's £12, which isn't too bad. But you can't pay for like an hour or something like that. You have to pay for the entire day. So I'll start off by explaining the things that you can do just as like tourist attraction things. So there's the tourist bus, which it's also a sightseeing bus. It will take you around Cambridge, show you all of like the must-see places, really and truly. So it starts off by taking you to this American memorial place, which you can get off. Oh, one thing that I really liked about the tourist bus, or the sightseeing one, was that all of the places that you go to, or the place that you go to see, you can get off and get back on the bus at any point during the day. So I'm just going to list some of the things that you can do if you just want to have a day out in Cambridge. So they do have, I don't want to call it like a bowling alley or an arcade, but they have bowling there, which has an arcade. So if you want to do something like as a family, or just like a friendly get together, it's a good place to go. They also offer is it punting? I think it's punting, or boat ride. I'll insert a video as well so you can see what I mean. And on it is kind of like you do have somewhat of like a tour guide. I don't really know what you call them. They're the people that like they row the boat basically, and then they tell you the history of Cambridge. You go past like so many historic colleges in Cambridge, and they just tell you like when they were built, all the famous people that went there, and basically just all the history of Cambridge. I'm not that great at explaining it, but it's a good experience. You also get to see some really nice views as well. Next up there's the Botanic Gardens, which I personally thoroughly enjoyed, because I enjoy being outdoors, especially when the weather is good. So if you're a person who enjoys wildlife or just enjoying a nice view, you would probably enjoy this as much as I did. There's also the Fitzwilliam Museum, which I didn't go to this time, but I remember I went on a school trip when I was younger. I would recommend it. It's a good experience. There's activities that you can get up to as well. There's also, you can visit the colleges. So even though you get to see a little glimpse of them from the back when you go back punting, sorry, you are allowed to visit them and have like a day visit where you go around and actually see the sites properly. But this just comes at an additional cost, so you'd have to pay to get in. If you just want to go there for shopping, there's the Grand Arcade, and then there's also the other one. I forgot what the name of it is, but there's like, yeah, they've also got Victoria's Secret in the Grand Arcade. So if you're feeling a bit of sausage, you know what I mean. They also have, I want to say it's John Lewis, but it's not. It's definitely not. It's just got like all your favorite makeup stores basically put in one. So it's got MAC, it's got Estee Lauder, it's got Bobbi Brown, it's got all of them, like your top brands really. They've also got New Look in there. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. They've also got the Apple store, so if you've got any devices that you want to get seen, I would recommend that you go there too. But I think that wraps up the list of things that I came up with that you can get up to as a family or just sightseeing. If you just want to go on a day out, they also have a cinema. They have View and they have another one. I don't think it's Showcase actually. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Oh, there's also Mini Golf or Top Golf. I'm not sure which one it is. I'll insert the name of it. But that place is really fun. I've been there before, and if you're competitive, you'll definitely have some fun. But they also offer a good range of food options on, because it's Top Golf and it's food, so it's 2 in 1. But it's really nice. Another thing that you can get up to in Cambridge, if you're a person who likes to drink, there when I was on the tour bus, they were describing how the term pub crawl came about. So if you want to do a pub crawl with your friends, it's also something else you can get up to, because there's literally pubs upon pubs, like they're literally next to each other. There's so many. And now the things that I would like to get up to with my girls. So I went to bottomless brunch at Las Iguanas, which I would not recommend at all, because I'm not trying to disrespect them in any way, but their menu was so basic. Honestly, if you want to do bottomless brunch, I'd recommend going to Turtle Bay instead, because you get so many more options for the drinks. It's not a limited option, like it's not a limited menu. And then also the food, some of the drinks that I tried, they were actually all right, the cocktails, but again, very basic, so not really worth the money. For the bottomless brunch, it was £31.50, but it wasn't worth the money. It really was not worth the money. When I go to Cambridge, I also really like to go to Mina Steakhouse, because it's not just a restaurant, it's also, they also do shisha, which I quite like shisha, and they have the best flavors as well. So if you're gonna go there, I'd say maybe increase your budget a little bit, just because it's worthwhile. Like the menu is great, to be honest. And something else that I really love about Mina Steakhouse is the fact that their food is halal, and any place that offers halal food, take my money because I always find like halal food is actually the best. That's pretty much everything that I would recommend if you're visiting Cambridge for the day. As for nightlife, I don't think it's worthwhile. Like if you want to go out like on a night out, I'd recommend just going somewhere like London or Manchester or Birmingham. Like that's where you want to go for nightlife. Cambridge is not somewhere I would recommend for nightlife. But as for a day out, it's all right. It's a bit basic. There's not a lot of variety, but it depends on what your interests are. So if you enjoy going on quiet days out, and if you enjoy learning about history or the history of this country, then that's definitely a bit of you. But that's the gist of it. But that brings us to the end of this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it and that I was as informative as I could have been. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask, you know, I'll answer anyways. But I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.